oh my gosh, it's super easy. Create anything I want.
Rhonda Byrne is here.
So one of the ways that I talk about the law of attraction or the secret is sort of in a different way from the way I used to speak about it, because I'm always looking at how can I make it even simpler. And I mean, basically that work talks about the power of the mind and the power of thought to create our physical world and material world. And then the greatest secret takes that to a whole new level, actually. And so then you really get to see that, oh my gosh, it's super easy to create anything I want. Like really so easy. Because if we have a belief it's hard, then it's going to be hard, you know? And so it has everything to do with our mind and what we believe. And so if we believe a thought, it will manifest. End of story. Manifest.
So if we believe we are deserving of great love, then we will manifest it. If we believe we are going to be poor, we're going to stay poor. If we believe we don't deserve something, then it's not going to come to us.
And you know, it's interesting because for all of us, you know, and we've been conditioned, you know. I mean, you were very fortunate because you had a childhood where your mind was opened and you were opened and your heart was opened. And that's the biggest thing, is to open yourself to the possibility that everything isn't the way it appears to be. And so even if you can just open yourself to that possibility just for a moment, you can pick up it all the next day. You can take it all with you the next day, that it's all real and everything that you're seeing. But if you just for a moment open to the possibility that things might not be the way that you think they are, then you have the greatest opportunity to really discover something incredible, how incredible you are. So with the secret, I describe it really, and so I really simplify it and the law of attraction, because I would say to anybody, if you would just think about what you want, that's all you'd ever get in your life.
Ooh, it's as simple as that. But a lot of people, but a lot of people think a lot of negative things consistently. It's on a loop that just holds them into this negative pattern. So how do we break that negative thought pattern?
Right. So I mean, the mind is like a computer program. So, and the fact that it's on a negative loop is because we programmed it on a negative loop. But you know, we could have been influenced when we were children and things like that. So one of the things that the mind loves repetition. I mean, loves it. You know, if you really watch your thoughts, this is the same old thoughts over and over again, you know, it's just kind of dishing up the same old thing. So it loves repetition. So the way you can override a program is to put in the opposite, you know, and when you start out, you know, you feel like you're lying, you know, you'll say something like, you know, you might be really broke. Gee, I was when I was making The Secret. So you might not have any money and you're trying to instill, you know, wealth and prosperity and riches. And every time you say it, you feel a contraction in your body because you know you don't have it. But, you know, truly, because I did it myself, after a while you change it. You really begin to change it. And you don't quite have that contraction anymore. And then you start to see money coming in, you know, in different ways. Or you can be given things that you were going to buy and now you don't have to buy it. Or so you start to see signs of land, you know, is one of the great New Thought writers would say, talk about a sign of land. So you start to see sign of land. Now, that's what I did in The Secret. You can do gratitude. That will turn everything around. That will make you feel good. That will get you off the negative rant. But those negative thoughts are coming from beliefs held in the subconscious mind, right? That's
where do the beliefs stem from for most of us?
They stem mostly from our childhood, conditioning. Yeah, our parents said something to us, we just swallowed it, hook, line and sinker. You know, we're like, right, that's a belief. And so we take it in and then we have all these beliefs that and you can hear, you know, if you're talking to somebody, like if somebody says, oh, I believe da 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 da, or because we say that all the time, or somebody says, I think da 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 da, behind those two statements are going to be a belief. And so the really interesting thing, they're hard to spot because you believe they're true.
They seem real,
right?
yeah.
So you don't think, you don't think they're a belief. You think they're real, and so they can be hard to spot. But if you start to listen to yourself, I believe, or I think, or especially look at the things that you have a really strong opinion about. Because where you have a really strong opinion is a belief that's underneath that. So one of the things that in the latest book is that I show how to dissolve those beliefs, and just really by some of the things that I've just mentioned, and you can dissolve them, and you just feel free. Every time a belief goes out, you feel completely free. It's amazing feeling. You just feel as light as a feather, and actually you feel invincible. Yeah. Because can you imagine, like if we have for example, the feeling of doubt, right? Doubt and uncertainty. Now, doubt and uncertainty play a big part in most people's lives, and they can be paralyzing, those two things. So just imagine living a life, 0 doubt, 0 uncertainty. I mean, incredible.
How do we get to a place of not doubting ourselves?
You can, because you need to know who you are. You need to know who you are so that you don't doubt yourself, because the one that is doubting is the ego, the one that is doubting is the mind, and it's not who we are. So then you've got to become very aware of your thoughts. That one that is doubting, the negative thoughts, they're all coming from the ego, right? All of them, because who you are would never have a negative thought ever. Who you are would never judge. Who you are who you are is allowing and accepting. And so all of those things are coming from the ego, and they are not who you are. And that voice in your head that you hear, that voice that's, so familiar to you and seems to know an awful lot about you and sounds like you, that voice is not you. That voice is just a program.